All right, and we're live. So this is going to be an interesting show. I want to thank everybody for coming out here. This is the TiC Community Game Awards 2017, also known as the Gamer of the Year Awards, and we're going to be doing some little interesting way of going about it today. I'm actually really sick right now. My throat is killing me right now, so I'm putting it aside right now so we can do this show, and we will get this rolling on through. Give me one moment. I'm going to get this shared out there for everybody. Just give me one moment. All right. There we go. All right, the link has been shared. Hey, everybody in the chat. Just getting this rolling on out. So let's get this moving. All right. All right, guys. Sorry, I've been kind of busy today. I've been trying to get everything done before the show here. All right. I think I got everything done now, so we can get this show on the road. Now, while I'm kind of patching some stuff up here, I want to kind of go through the process here. Now, the Community Game Awards has had many names over the years. It's changed a little bit every time. It's something I started back in 2014 when I kind of got tired of a lot of the community being extremely negative, and a lot of people who are doing really good work in the community not getting really any attention. And not so much that everyone deserves attention, but I felt like some people should have a light shown upon them for doing the right thing in a community that often likes to just kind of bash anybody who's not being all drama and such. So I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I kind of just started doing it bit by bit over the years. And like we've had different categories and such. It started off as the X Body Awards, because I thought that would be kind of a funny play on words. It started off that way. It kind of evolved slowly but surely. I think the first Community Game Awards was back in 2015, at least under this particular name. It started off in terms of the nomination process. It used to be where I would kind of hit up certain people in the community and different representatives from different facets of the community and kind of ask them, like, okay, who would you nominate, like your three nominations for any of these categories? And I kind of behind the scenes kind of compiled a nominee list based on that, looking for people who would be recognized among certain groups. This year I did everything a little bit different. I was very open about how we were doing this. So the way I did it is I hit up other people who were past winners. The rule had always been if you've won an award in the past, you're not eligible to win again, at least for the same award. So this is something new in that regard. Past winners, we've had Weapon Wheel Podcast win before. We've had Kofi win. We've had quite a few people, Gamer2323, Alcoholocaust won 1 year. There's a ton of people who have won this award for different things over the years. It has been something I'm really proud to do. It takes a lot of extra work, and you don't realize how many people get really pissed off when, like, this is one of the things I've always really noticed, I've always found really funny, is that when you tell people you're doing an award show, no one cares. But when they realize they're not nominated, then they care. And then they want to get involved. So I always kind of found that funny, that it's always, no one says they ever care about an award show until they until they realize they're not being nominated necessarily. So I always found that particularly funny. So what I did this year is, first off, I want to give a shout out to all the guys who are in the nomination panel. Everybody who was in this nomination panel, they sacrificed their ability to win any awards, and that includes their own podcasts. There were quite a few people who did this. I'm going to pull up the list real quick. Give me 1 second. And these are all, everybody on the nominee list was determined by these individuals. They all nominated quite a few of you guys, so you guys can thank them directly. For this particular one, I get the list here. All right. On the list, we had J-Main from Press Start Podcast. We had Mike Mullis from over at Next Level Gaming. We had Nick, a.k.a. Creepy Bunny, who was also one of the great guys. We had Jeff, Doc Cupcake, who was on the panel, and also Mr. Eric Jackson online. All these guys nominated a ton of good individuals, all worthy of winning these awards by far. Just excellent work by all of them. So, without further ado, we're going to get started with some of these awards. We're going to go into some of these really cool things that we've picked up going on. Let's see who to start with right now. Let's see. So, first off, before I get into the first category for the evening, I want to say we had a very excellent turnout this year for votes. Over the years, it's grown bit by bit. I used to do it so they were public and so everybody could see the results as they were coming in. But then it didn't create a sense of drama when it came for the award show. It just got really boring, and people it was very erratic on the voting, because you have some people who voted for like the funniest gamer category would get 1,000, like not 1,000, like a couple hundred votes, and then like rookie of the year get 5 votes. Like, it was very erratic. So this year we actually made it so everybody has to vote. If you want to cast your vote, you had to vote for every single category. So first up, we're going to do, oh, by the way, we got just over 1,000 responses this year. So that's quite a bit more than we had years past. So everybody had a month to vote for all these people. So it will be rolling on out now. Now, the first category we're going to get into today is the funniest gamer category. Now, for funniest gamer, these are just individuals who are just really damn funny. This could be Twitter, you could be on YouTube, it could be whatever. People have been all over, and many people got nominated for this. We had to narrow it down, and this was absolutely fun to put people out there and get them to vote. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the winners. The nominees this year were Nakapuki, 3MG Live, or 3 Minute Gamer, and Saki from the Super Deformed Games cast. So this was very interesting on this one. All these votes were very close, I think, with the exception of one category. So without further ado, first off, I want to announce the runner-up for this year with a collective. Actually, give the percentage. Yeah, I'll give the percentage. With about 31% of the vote, Nakapuki as the runner-up for Funniest Gamer of 2017. And the winner of the Funniest Gamer of 2017, we have, with 44% of the vote, 3 Minute Gamer Live. Yes, 3MG, you won the award. Ricky, you did a good job this year. Your fans came out and voted for you, so you have won Funniest Gamer of 2017. So congratulations on the win, sir. It is much deserved. Everybody enjoys your antics. I remember playing Halo with you when Halo 5 came out and meeting you at E3. So congratulations, sir, on the win. Everybody appreciates it. So we're going to get into the next category. Oh, and by the way, I should probably mention everybody who was nominated. The general rules were you couldn't have won in the past. You can't be on a podcast from someone else from another nominee or something like that. Not necessarily you couldn't be on a podcast, but like anyway, you can't. Like, a podcast could not win the award if someone on the panel was on that podcast necessarily. And the other one is you actually had to be a standing person. No major or really any scandals of any sort. And everybody on here is, for the most part, they're people you should kind of look up to as pillars of the community, as individuals who do the right thing and are moral people who really keep it all about gaming and stay out of the whole personal BS. So You can look up to all these individuals. They were elected by a jury of their peers, so to speak. So, on to the next category for the evening. All right. So, next up, we have here. All right. For the next category for the evening, we have Rookie of the Year. So this is a fun little category. Every year, no one ever knows who they're going to nominate for a Rookie of the Year. Right? It's always a fun one because these are individuals who not necessarily started this year as much as really came into their own this year. Like there are some people like who started their channel back in like, oh, we started back in October of 2016, and like it doesn't really matter. That's more of a formulative time, but this is their first full year at it. This is where they really kind of came into their own. We're not talking about like the bigger podcasts who've been around for a couple of years. We're talking like newer people or newer individuals to the scene who have really kind of shown up for the opportunity. Some individuals who have won in the past, Press Start Kofi. We also had J-Main win one year. So this is a very prestigious award. Normally, whoever wins this will go on to do great things in the community. So for the nominees for Rookie of the Year, we had Natty Red Gals from Next Level Gaming, the WFC podcast featuring Fastback and Witty and I'm sorry, Coop, and we also they actually added man, I can't remember who they just added. I'm gonna get crap for this later. But they added another individual to the podcast, and we also had the PlayStation Bra for Rookie of the Year who was just nominated. So we're gonna get this one out here, and this one was probably the only one that was a little lopsided. I want to announce the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. We had a great turnout for this one first, with a whopping 26% of the vote. We had WFC Podcast for runner-up of Rookie of the Year, and number one with 53% of the vote, PlayStation Bra. Yes, Thomas, PlayStation Bra, you have won Rookie of the Year this year for 2017. Congratulations, sir. You have done an excellent job with your show. I have watched you ever since you came across my feed earlier this year, and I have been impressed, sir. And apparently the rest of the community believes so as well. Thank you for turning up and being an excellent individual in this community. We all appreciate it. Keep up the good work. We expect great things from you, PlayStation Bra. You have a legacy to live up to this time. So let's get rolling. So next up on the docket, we have another interesting little award, one that we have done every single year, the Best Podcast of 2017 award. This year, the nominees were Four Guys with Quarters, Short Pause, and the Iron Lords podcast. This was one that was very, very close. This was a very interesting one to watch. We're talking a difference of just a few percentage points. Very, very close. We do appreciate everyone, again, for the turnout on this particular vote. So, on the list here for the next little group, we have, as I mentioned before, Four Guys with Quarters, Iron Lords Podcast, and Short Pause Gaming. So, on to this one here. I won't even mention the runner-ups simply because the runner-ups were literally tied. They had the exact amount of votes. They both carried in 28% of the vote. Exactly, to the exact vote count. We have, of the best podcast of 2017, with 44% of the vote. Multiverse Podcast. Nah, I'm just kidding with you guys. It's Iron Lords Podcast. The Iron Lords have won the Best Podcast 2017. They actually last year I think they lost the vote for they lost Best Podcast last year, or no, they lost for Rookie of the Year. They didn't win last year, but they have pulled off Best Podcast of 2017. So congratulations to the Iron Lords there. I know they won't be able to say anything publicly because their last show was yesterday. So we probably won't hear anything until 2018, at least on that end. So by a jury of your peers, Iron Lords, you guys have won Best Podcast of 2017. I think everyone who's been on that show or watched that show would probably agree. And that's not to say Four Guys with Quarters and Short Pause are excellent shows. By the way, definitely go check those guys out. They're worth every penny or quarter, rather. So, so take a short pause and go check out those shows. So, all right. So this is the award we talk about. Well, this is not one that we actually put up for a vote. This is one that's determined by the nominees, or the nomination panel, rather. So, very much an interesting one because this is one that we introduced last year. And this comes up as a interesting one, rather, because the support class award is one that is done to individuals in the community who give more than they should, so to speak, who give back to the community, not necessarily like monetarily or anything like that, but give with time, effort, with people who I believe are. And I say everybody on the nominee is a pillar of the community, but these guys are like the uber pillars. These are individuals who do things that go above and beyond the call of duty, so to speak, and really put a smile on the community's face and just bring a good name to everyone. And this year, it was almost entirely unanimous on the nomination panel about who should win support class this year. This is an individual who has given back to the community way beyond anything anyone else has done. This is an individual who has been there and has been supportive of every show. They like to get a little down and dirty on Twitter, and we can indulge that because it doesn't get personal. It's just fun. It's just for jokes. This is something that I always found to be an interesting little bit because I met them on Twitter initially, but I ended up talking to them on a party chat, and we had a really good time. I really got into some good deep discussions, and this is the kind of individual that all you have to do is come to them and say, hey, I need I need you to shout out something, and they'll go and give something way beyond anything that you asked for. This is an individual who has earned their place in the community and is someone who is to be lauded and supported. And I urge everyone on here who's watching the show, we have about 20 people watching right now, to go and hit them up on Twitter after the show and let them know how much you appreciate them. So the winner, determined by the nomination panel for this year of the 2017 Support Class Award, is J-Dub City 16. By a jury of your peers, J-Dub, you have been nominated and selected as the Support Class Gamer of 2017. You have done very much for this community and done so many great things to help everyone out in times of need. You have brought joy to the faces of many a gamer, and sir, we salute you. Thank you for everything that you've done. We appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. Now, we reached the end of the show. The last little thing on here. This is the last category. It's Gamer of the Year. Gamer of the Year is an individual who has exemplified all the positive qualities of the community. Someone who has done an excellent job in fostering other people along, is entertaining, is an enjoyable person to be around who has done excellent work. Now, this one was ridiculously close. This literally came down to 5 votes. The individual who won this particular award won by only 5 votes. That's insane. This is one of the closest. Actually, I think 1 year we had a difference of 4 votes. This is really close. And really, it really is amazing. So, for the nominees of this year, we had Eric Cuts for the Win, Undead 3XVI, and Chicken Spaghetti. All these individuals worthy of the awards. And for those of you guys who are asking for the total many votes we had in total, we had over 1,000 responses to the survey that was put out. So we actually have over 1,000 votes. And it was required that you actually had to answer every single question to determine who won. So we are going to be real close. So going on the winner, actually, this one is actually tied again for the winner. Or not tied for the winner, tied for the runner-up again. Again, ridiculously close. Meaning the person who won by literally 5 votes. Again, as the nominees, Eric Cuts for the Win, Chicken Spaghetti, and Undead 3XVI. So the winner of Gamer of the Year for 2017 is not going to be announced today. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. We're going to announce it today. So I got to toy around, drum up some support. So here we go, guys. So the winner of Gamer of the Year 2017 is Eric Cuts for the Win. Congratulations, man. You have won Gamer of the Year 2017 by a community of your peers. They have all heard you. They have seen your work for the year, and they all appreciate it. Congratulations. Good work. And we all appreciate everything you have done for the community, Erica. Thank you so much. So, thank you guys for turning up. I do appreciate you guys for turning up to this year's show. I know it's a little short. My throat is killing me right now. So I do appreciate everything you guys have done. Good work. And again, the winners for this this event have been for the funniest gamer, we had 3MG. For best podcast, Iron Lords podcast. For support class, we had JDub City 16. For Rookie of the Year, we had PlayStation Bra. And for Game of the Year, we had Erica Cuts for the Win. Thank you guys for showing up. I do appreciate all your work. For everyone who's done all this time and effort into this. I will say probably I won't probably be doing this again. It's just a lot of work and it's a lot of hassle. Again, if anyone wants to kind of pick up the mantle and do this kind of thing, I'd appreciate it. You need new help or anything like that, or know how to do this, just let me know. It's a lot of extra hassle and a lot of BS I don't want to deal with. No more emotional crap. So again, it's been a pleasure doing this for the last 4 years, I think. I think it's actually 3 years. 2014, 15, 16. This is actually 4 years to be the 4th year. I want to appreciate everybody who's ever done that. I really even appreciate it. So thank you guys for being very supportive of this. Again, I just don't want to deal with a lot of this stuff going forward anymore. So anyway, guys, thank you guys very much. I will talk to you guys later, and we'll probably be doing some of these announcements a little later in the a little later on Twitter. I'm going to give a little bit of time and probably throw up a nice little banner or something for you guys. So anyway, guys, thank you guys very much. I appreciate all the work you guys have done and all the support, and we will see you guys in 2018.